Welcome back to the channel. If you're here, you're serious about becoming the best version of yourself, and I respect that. Today we're tackling something that holds more men back than almost anything else, the fear of rejection. That moment when you want to take action, but something inside you hits the brakes. You know the feeling. Maybe it's asking someone out, going for that promotion, starting that business, or even just speaking up in a meeting. The fear is real, it's powerful, and it's robbed too many good men of the life they deserve. But here's the truth, rejection isn't your enemy. Your fear of it is. So in the next 7 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly what this fear is, where it comes from, and most importantly, how to conquer it once and for all. Let's get into it. So what exactly is the fear of rejection? At its core, it's a primal survival mechanism. Thousands of years ago, being rejected by your tribe meant death. No protection, no resources, no survival. Your brain is literally hardwired to avoid rejection like it's a physical threat. But here's the problem, we're not living in caves anymore. That same mechanism that kept your ancestors alive is now keeping you small. The fear of rejection is your mind catastrophizing a simple no. It takes a momentary disappointment and turns it into a story about your worth, your future, your identity. She says no, and suddenly you're telling yourself you're not good enough. You don't get the job, and you decide you're a failure. But none of that is true. Rejection is simply information. It's data, not a verdict on your value as a man. Once you understand that, everything changes. Here's why this fear hits so hard. We've been conditioned to tie our self-worth to external validation. From the time you were a kid, you learned that acceptance equals safety and rejection equals pain. Every time you got picked last, every time someone said no, your brain filed it away as evidence. Then you grew up in a world that constantly judges you. Social media shows you everyone else's highlight reel while you're living your behind the scenes. Society tells you that real men don't fail, don't get rejected, don't show weakness. So when rejection happens, it doesn't just hurt, it feels like proof that you're not measuring up. But let me tell you something, every single successful man you admire has been rejected more times than you can count. The difference isn't that they don't fear rejection, it's that they don't let that fear make their decisions. They understand something critical, rejection is not a reflection of your worth, it's simply part of the process of going after what you want. Now let's talk about what happens when you let this fear control you. You play it safe. You don't take risks. You stay in your comfort zone, and you tell yourself you're being smart, being careful. But here's the brutal truth, every time you avoid rejection, you're also avoiding growth. You're avoiding opportunity. You're avoiding the life you actually want. Think about it. How many chances have you passed up because you were afraid of hearing no? How many conversations did you not have? How many dreams did you not chase? The irony is, by trying to protect yourself from rejection, you're guaranteeing a different kind of pain, the pain of regret. And let me tell you, regret is far worse than rejection. Rejection stings for a moment. Regret haunts you for a lifetime. So the question isn't whether you'll experience pain, it's which pain you're willing to accept. The temporary discomfort of rejection, or the permanent weight of what if. Alright, here's where we shift. It's time to reframe rejection entirely. Stop seeing it as failure and start seeing it as feedback. Every no is just information telling you to adjust your approach, improve your skills, or find a better fit. Some of the most successful people in history were rejected repeatedly. Steve Jobs was fired from his own company. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. J.K. Rowling was rejected by 12 publishers. But they didn't let rejection define them, they let it refine them. Here's your new mindset, rejection is proof that you're in the arena. It means you're trying, you're risking, you're growing. The only people who never get rejected are the ones who never try. So every time you face rejection, you need to reframe it. Don't ask, why did this happen to me? Ask, what can I learn from this? How can I improve? Where's the next opportunity? This mental shift is everything. When you stop fearing rejection and start expecting it as part of the journey, you become unstoppable. Now let's get tactical. Here's how you actually conquer this fear. First, exposure therapy. Start small and build up your rejection tolerance. Ask for small favors, start conversations with strangers, put yourself in low-stakes situations where rejection doesn't matter. The more you experience it and survive, the less power it has. Second, separate your identity from the outcome. You are not your results. A no doesn't make you a failure, it makes you someone who tried. Write that down if you have to. Third, focus on volume, not just success rate. Your goal isn't to never get rejected, it's to keep taking action despite rejection. Apply to 50 jobs, not 5. Talk to 20 people, not 2. The more you put yourself out there, the more opportunities you create. Fourth, build evidence of your resilience. Keep a rejection journal. Track every time you face rejection and keep moving forward. Over time, you'll see proof that rejection doesn't destroy you. And finally, remember your why. When you're connected to a bigger purpose, a meaningful goal, temporary rejection becomes a small obstacle, not a roadblock. Keep your eyes on where you're going, not on who said no along the way. Look, conquering the fear of rejection isn't about becoming fearless. It's about being afraid and doing it anyway. It's about understanding that growth lives on the other side of discomfort. So here's your challenge, go get rejected this week. Seriously. Put yourself out there. Take that risk you've been avoiding. And when you do, come back and tell me about it in the comments. I want to hear your story. Remember, the life you want is waiting for you, but you have to be willing to hear no 100 times to get to that one yes that changes everything. If this video helped you, hit that like button and subscribe because we're just getting started. Next week, we're talking about building unshakable confidence, and trust me, you don't want to miss it. Until then, stay strong, stay focused, and keep improving. I'll see you in the next one.